Just want to take a few minutes and talk about the building that we're dreaming to purchase in Egypt. This building is small. It's not a huge building, but I just want to explain to you what is this building, what it looks like, and what is the expectation of that building. So just to give you from the ground up, this picture right here, this is the building that we're looking to buy. As you can see, it's only 3 floors. Originally, this building was owned by a non-Christian person who sold the first floor to a church. What we're buying is the second, the third, and the rights to build higher than that if we want to. The owner built the second floor to be as like a hall. So just to give you a perspective of the size, I'm going to show you what the inside of the church look like to give you a perspective what the second floor look like. That looks like maybe 3 or 4 feet bigger than the church. And I think they do this in Egypt to create a sidewalk since the streets are narrow. With that, let me show you the church. This is just to give you a perspective. The church also has a balcony. Once you go upstairs, this is what entrance to the hall look like. I want to go back to the first picture and to show you one important detail is this door to the church and this door to the rest of the building. That is really important if we want to do an outreach center in Egypt because you cannot have an outreach more like social work and the entrance is a church. So having a separate entrance is really crucial to what we want to do. Third floor, this is what it looks like. Let me see if there's a better picture. You can go as high as the other buildings surrounding you. So we can go another floor level, maybe 2 more. So this is the third. We can go up to 5 levels. This is only 2 apartments. And as you can see, the third floor is mainly walls and floors. There is no ceiling. There is no plumbing. There is no electricity. It's an unfinished floor. So this is the work that we need to do is to put a ceiling here, also run the plumbing, run the electricity, and be able to start to use it or utilize it. Now, I want to go back to the hall to talk about the vision. We're going to be using this for women, youth, and children outreach center. This is where we're going to be hosting, gathering children from the street and let's say giving them a meal or telling them a Sunday school story. And of course, we're going to obey the law, not inviting children to accept Christ, but we're going to throw a little seed in their heart that there is a Savior, there is something called salvation, there is a God who loves you. So we are going to be using that to utilize that building to get these children into one roof and just show them the love of Jesus. In addition, women and children, a lot of widows in Egypt, and a lot of them don't get remarried, so they live really very sad life and just the culture. So a lot of churches they have like a widow service. In that town, it's a very poor town. There isn't a lot of social places where people can just go and just receive love and love on each other. So this is going to be an outreach center for these women. Also, one of the things that this town really needs is a tutor. In Egypt, your degree depends on how well you do in high school. So the higher the grade is, the more likely you'll be a doctor, a lawyer, engineer. And the lower your degree is, that's when you go get a 2 year mechanic to become a mechanic, or 1 year to become, things like that. So, and schools don't really teach a lot. They depend on tutor, and a lot of children cannot afford tutoring, so this is going to be a good tutoring center. Also, we'll have music lessons, teaching the kids musical instruments. This way we can raise the next generation of worship leaders. The third floor, which I want to show you another picture here, this right here, but these are 2 apartments. I was told one of them is the 2 bedroom, 1 bath, the other the 3 bedroom, 2 bath. I really cannot visualize that in my head. So I just drew my own lines just to let you know this is a 2 bedroom, this is a 3 bedroom. But please, this is not done by an engineer. This is just done by me looking at a picture and just drawing, having fun drawing some lines. The heart and goal behind this is we want to turn the 2 bedroom, 1 bath into a dentist and a medical clinic. And the Lord already connected us with some dentists that willing to volunteer their time, or maybe with a small fee, they're gonna go and do some mission work. This here, we want to house some women who pregnant women outside of marriage, providing a nice, safe place for them um, to live until they deliver and help them get their lives together and so on. This is also a big outreach place. This is where they really encounter the love of God, running away from someone who wants to hurt them, and they find someone who will give them a place to stay and a place to sleep and care for their newborn baby. And so it's a tremendous ministry in Egypt. Can only be done by Christians just because of the laws and the religious laws. The fourth floor that we'd like to build to teach the women that we're helping. We want to teach them not just to, we don't want to just give them a fish, we want to teach them how to fish. So the fourth floor, the larger room, we want to use it to help them to sew, to learn how to sew. That's a very common profession that can be done from home. So we're going to teach them how to sew, how to just create pants, shorts, dresses, pajamas, etc. And then, so these women, when they have the new baby, they can actually be in their own home or future home, be able to support their baby and to start a family this way. That's the vision for this building. Thank you so much for listening. I know this was a bit too long, but I hope it gives you a good idea of what this building is and what we can be using it for. Thank you so much, and God bless you.